What is up, my family? Welcome back to the channel. Strat here from Strategic Audio, back with a brand new video. Now today's cook-up breakdown is going to explore the subgenre of modern boom bap. I've also seen it referred to as neo boom bap. Whatever you want to call it, I'm referring to that more recent boom bap sound popularized by artists and producers like Griselda, The Alchemist, Madlib, Boldy James, Rome Streets, Ransom, and Rock Marciano, who, according to one of my favorite producer YouTubers, Navi D, should be credited as the originator of this modern boom bap sound. I'll link Navi D's video below because he breaks down the sound and to some extent the history quite well, in my opinion. Now, just like old school, 90s, early 2000s boom bap, neo boom bap tends to rely pretty heavily on sampling. And if you're like me and you grew up on artists like Mobb Deep, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, KRS, Tribe, Organized Confusion, Wu-Tang, Master Ace, LL Cool J, and many more, you know what I'm talking about, then you understand when I say it relies heavily on sampling. However, the modern boom bap aesthetic also tends to include some more electronic and synthy elements. However, today I'm going to be making this beat completely from scratch with no samples. Mainly this is to challenge myself and see if I can capture that essence with my own musical skill, my own playing skill, and my skill as a producer. Now, if this is something that interests you, please drop the video a like and consider subscribing to get more videos quite like this. Also, links in the description to the very cool and highly musical loops and samples that we have on our website, both for free and not so free. Alright, let's jump into this cook-up. I started at 83 BPM in the key of D minor using, of course, Piano Tech 8. Now, after playing this very simple piano progression, I copied the root note down an octave to give it a darker feel. Now, with neo boom bap, although producers tend to use a lot of soulful samples, how they flip those samples along with other elements leads usually to a darker, grittier feel, like more street oriented. In other words, it's not usually real pretty and melodic like the samples that you might be accustomed to hearing me make. On that note, pardon the pun, here is the basic chord structure. We start with the A minor and then we go up to the B flat major. And then on the second part, it's the same thing, the A minor and then the B flat major. And then to end it off, we got the D minor and the C major. Stupid simple. So next up, I grabbed Spitfire Audio's BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin, which is fantastic, and added these strings. Crazy simple once again, staying in the D minor scale, of course, and this is just a harmony to the main chord idea. First note is an E, and then down to a D, and it's the same thing on the second half. Little climax at the end goes up to the A, and then the G, and these last two quick notes are F and E. Blends really well with the piano, but still not too pretty or melodic, keeping it nice and somber. Following on from that, I used a plugin called Bloom Vocal Edit, along with some sound design techniques to come up with these vocals. Sounds a bit like I sampled it from some old song, doesn't it? Next, I played bass using IK Multimedia's Modo Bass 2. Simple and to the point with very little variation. Just basically following the root notes of that main chord progression. Then I went and I got that tried and that true good old Uncle Omnisphere and I played this synthy bell sound. This just felt like it needed a nice haunting little melody. It's repetitive and it kind of just lies nicely in the background as a counter. So the final thing that I did melody wise is this texture that I created using the plugin Vital. Vital is a fantastic free plugin. It's very similar to Serum. If you don't already know, you should check it out. That is just to add some sort of like a background feel, literally just a texture that layers in the background and gives the overall composition a little bit more body. And yeah, I didn't really show myself making this part because as you can see, it's just one note and it's a lot of little sound design elements that I can go through my sound design processes in a separate video. Now let's get into the drums because it ain't boom bap without the drums. Just like it's supposed to be, we got some big, heavy, dirty, boom bap type drums with that gritty, grimy street vibe and a tried and true boom bap style pattern. Well folks, we've made it to the final part of the video. Just before we jump into the final mix of the beat, I want to thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. No pressure. I hope you enjoyed and found some type of value in this video. Again, please check out the links in the description to see what we've got going on our site. Peace. And I'll see you in the next video. Now, here's the final mix of that beat.